All right, what's good? What's good? What's good with y'all? Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Can y'all hear me? Hold on. Let me make sure. Hold up. Can you guys hear me? Let me make a note. Hold up. No. Testing. Testing. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Give me one second. We're gonna go ahead and pull it up real quick. We got a lot. I know that PlayStation has it on their channel. Hold on. All right. There we go. All right. We're perfect. All right. We're perfect. How's everybody doing though? We're gonna go ahead and check this out. We have Evan dropped the video. And on top of that, we're gonna watch Blitzwinger's video because apparently there was something in the trailer that nobody doesn't know about. Like, you guys wanna watch the story trailer again though? Because that story trailer, bro, the story trailer is it's the bruh. That story trailer is so good. You guys wanna watch the story trailer again? Yeah, I played the open beta. We're gonna watch the story trailer again. Just give me 1 second. We're gonna make sure that alright, we're good. Okay. Alright, let's watch the story trailer again, because there's so much that we can break down. Like, we just gotta watch this again. This is just such a good trailer.
Logan, it's me. Wait.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be great.
Logan, you came back. I've seen things from before.
Humans and mutants can't survive together.
I've tried to keep them safe for so long.
Fucking stressed.
Inside now!
I thought you were back. We
were
were back.
Bro, I love Sabretooths too. You cannot tell me, hold up. You guys cannot tell me that's the best look of Sabretooth, bro. Look at him! This fight's about to be crazy. I can already tell you right now, this fight is gonna be crazy.
We were back. We're gonna build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here. Tear the beast. The hunt is ready.
Most people I see clearly. But you.
Okay. Right here. I'm not gonna say what this is, but y'all know what this is. The sword that Lady Deathstrike is holding, I know what this is. And it annoyed me the whole entire time. Like, it annoyed me because I couldn't figure out what it was because it didn't look like what I thought it was. And after I started looking again this morning, I was like, is that what I think it is? I can't wait to kick Sabretooth's ass and other villains. Bruh, this game's gonna be fire. But like we're gonna look over everything. But like this sword that Lady Deathstrike is holding. I know what it is. If y'all have played Metal Gear or Metal Gear Rising, you would know. If you play Metal Gear Rising, and if you know about the HF blade, or if you know about the high frequency blade, then you would know that you would know. But I'm not gonna say anything.
Just give in!
Oh, no, iconic shot!
Remember who you are.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
Alright, chat, so what do you think? What do we think? The trailer's a W or the trailer has to be a W? I like this trailer. But we're gonna check out Blitzwinger today, but we're gonna check out the San Diego Comic-Con panel right now. We're gonna check out the Deep Cuts panel. I was already watching a little bit of this, but
She looks. Deathstrike is the leader.
alright, let's go.
Just can't let a man rest in peace, can you?
Hold up. Hold on a minute. We're gonna move chat. Hold on. I'm gonna move you guys over to you're over here on this side. Alright, there we go. I can't wait to see Spider-Man Rain today. Me neither, bro. I'm way more happy for that movie than Doomsday. Oh, and plus, not to mention, Tom said they took some stuff from the Insomniac Spider-Man games. They took advantage of the Spider-Man games. I'm like, oh, so we're gonna have him out here fighting like that. All right, let's keep
Welcome,
going.
Marvel's Wolverine fans. We're excited to have you here. Please give a warm welcome to today's moderator, media personality Naomi Kyle.
Bro, I can't wait to. I can.
Hello, San Diego Comic-Con. Are you ready to talk Wolverine?
Yes.
I'm Naomi Kyle, and I'm so excited to be in this room here with you all for the most hotly anticipated game of 2026, Marvel's Wolverine. For the next 45 minutes, you're going to hear directly from the team at Insomniac Games, Marvel Games, and of course, the incredible talent that helped bring this story to life. We'll be talking about Logan's journey, the friends you'll get to meet along the way, and it wouldn't be San Diego Comic-Con without a few surprise reveals. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage our panelists.
Yep. We gotta check this out. We're reacting to everything today. We're gonna react to Blitzwinger right after. Well, does Jess have the claws right there? Come
You guys can have
on,
a
bro.
Yeah, we love you guys.
Here they go with the
I have
claws,
here with me
bro.
creative director on Marvel's Wolverine, Marcus Smith.
Hi, everybody.
Narrative director, Walt Williams.
Hello. Great.
Senior project director, Jess Reiner Reed.
Also the best.
Game director, Mike Daly. Executive producer, Eric Monicelli.
Yes, sir.
The actor of Logan, your Wolverine, Liam McIntyre.
Yeah, guys, you pumped?
Hold up, is he
And for
rocking
the
the
first
freaking?
time on this stage,
Hold up. Oh yeah, he's actually rocking the. Okay. Okay, this is actually double
playing
fit.
Jean Grey, the one and only Kritzia Bajos. All right, I want to kick this off by talking, of course, about the trailer we just saw. I'm going to start with you, Mike. I want to know this Wolverine that we've known for decades. We've seen him in different iterations. We've seen him in animation, comics, movies, and of course, video games. But this is Insomniac's take on this character, this iconic character. When you look at that trailer, who is this Logan that we're seeing? Who is the Logan that you set out to create?
Who is this Logan?
Yeah.
Inside.
I can tell you. So we set out to create the ultimate Wolverine game, and that meant making sure we brought to life all the attributes that make this character so beloved.
That's Mike.
So
that's Mike. I forgot.
Our Wolverine, he's cynical, he's candid, he keeps people at a distance, not just because he knows he's dangerous, but also because he doesn't want to get hurt again. He's got a big heart, and that gets him into trouble.
And he smells.
So, gameplay-wise, we
at
prioritized
least whenever he's
combat
walking
because
around,
that
at
was
least
an
we get out of the
essential
way.
part of the character to bring to life and to put into your hands.
Chat,
That
hold
meant
up. Chat, that reminds me too. We're also gonna watch Blitzwinger's video too.
leveraging his mutant healing factor, bringing forth his deep rage that bubbles up uncontrollably in combat,
4 or 5.
giving you enhanced senses so that you can track and scout enemies, so that you can sense incoming danger, and feeling his incredibly heavy skeleton as you try and push forth with animalistic strength. We wanted to make sure that Logan's character and personality came through in every action the player could take. Another really important element is his lost memories. And so you'll be peeling back layers of his past, but it's not an origin story. It's an all-new adventure that takes you all over the globe and is set in Earth 1048, which is the same universe as the Marvel Spider-Man games.
Yeah. You guys heard of that?
So when we bring all these things together, the character, the location, the performances, the gameplay, it's all directed towards delivering a singular feeling to the player, which is, I feel like Wolverine.
Yeah. Exactly. Liam, you know, one thing that we love about Wolverine is that he's incredibly intimidating, but at the same time, he's got a surprisingly vulnerable side. What surprised
I'm still wondering if that was gonna chat real quick. I'm still wondering if we're gonna actually get a chance to interrogate someone with the claws, bro. I'm wondering if we're still gonna get a chance to do that.
you most? Aw, he's just Wolverine.
Stop it, you. Stop it. I'll pay you later.
That's a plant, right?
So my question to you is, what surprised you most about this version of Logan? And, you know, as someone who's worked extensively in film and television, what was different about finding the character in a performance-driven game like Marvel's Wolverine?
Great question. Just before I get into that, I wanted to just, in front of all these people, take a chance to actually say thank you to Insomniac for trusting me with the coolest thing in history. You guys like Wolverine?
Yeah.
Me too. That worked out great. Not just because this story is one of the most exciting stories of Wolverine I've ever read, but because I get things.
Wait, hold on. Chat, real quick. If you guys have played Jedi Fallen Order, he plays Malicos.
Like this, like I got my family here somewhere. Hi guys, wherever you are. I love you. And like, for example, my son, I picked him up from school, and people at the school were like, are you Wolverine? And I was like, why would you say that? Well, your son keeps saying my dad's Wolverine. And I was like, that's pretty wild. You probably can't see this, but like, I got this from him.
I can see it. Aww.
And that's Wolverine with his famous catchphrase, "Ho Bob." and that's Cyclops, boo. With his sound effect, zog, 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 zog. That's what this means to me.
That's accurate.
That's what this means to me. So thank you in front of everybody. Everybody that can't hear, Brian Horton, Weiser, and everybody. But it's because this story is so sick. Like it's, Walt and the writing team, they've crafted a story that I first found Wolverine with the animated series, Cal Dodd, that legend, right? And I've loved it ever since, loved him ever since. And and I've always wanted one story to be told that I don't feel like's ever been kind of investigated as enough. And you've told so much better of a story, Walt, than that. You and everybody, and there's so many twists and turns and stuff that like drops my jaw on the ground. You wait. There's a moment in this that I'm just, oh, I can't wait for you to play it.
Wait,
so
wait,
bad.
wait, wait, hold on,
Look,
wait,
in
wait.
terms of like
Wait, hold up, wait, hold on.
twists and turns and stuff that like drops my jaw on the ground. You wait. There's a moment in this that I'm just, oh, I can't wait for you to play it so bad.
Bruh. Now that makes me think, investigate mode in Marvel's Wolverine, we need that. We're gonna react to Blitz, depending on, wait, how long is the... Yeah, we're gonna split this up into sections, so we're probably gonna get to like the 30-minute mark, and after we're gonna, probably like 20-minute mark, and we're gonna watch Blitz.
And look, in terms of like how it applies to like film and TV act, you're a famous TV star.
Oh, okay,
right?
that's a little much.
Like, how would... I feel like it's still the emotion, right? If it's on the page, it's on the stage, right?
Listen, acting is acting is acting. It's just a different medium for everything.
Well, that's the thing. It's like we did this for 4 or 5 years. You guys probably even longer.
Yeah.
Some of you were gray, right? No, I'm just
We're swaps.
It's a great thing. But like, it's a long form, like movies, you know, a couple of months, whatever it is, but...
To me, it's like cinematic movies mixed with theater.
It's the best.
We've got this beautiful big stage, and we're able to play with the height of our imagination.
And the sexiest costume.
The sexiest costumes.
You guys seen these
You had a
things? They
burrito
are
for breakfast,
skin
good luck.
tight.
The mocap costumes, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
No, they are like, I got one custom made, which is good, except if you eat like a pizza the day before, you're like, oh.
Oh.
I know about that. Thanks. Anyway.
I love your laugh.
Sweet, I love it.
Eric, Marvel has, of course, been telling Wolverine stories for generations and has been working with Insomniac closely over many years.
Yep.
When Insomniac came to Marvel with their particular vision for this project, what felt authentic to the character and what excited you and what felt new about it?
Yeah, so when Insomniac first came to us and wanted to talk about the character, we really dug into everything. We had a lot of conversations around his relentlessness, his emotional complexity, how he's sort of this reluctant hero, and he has a code of honor. And he, doesn't act out in a rageful way unless it's intentional. He uses his rage in an intentional way. And so when that sort of happened, we had a lot of like, all right, what are your touch points? You talked about the animated series.
Yeah.
I'm sure all of us have watched it here. Everybody in the audience have watched the animated series?
Yeah.
Yep, cool. So like everybody's got a different way to enter into Wolverine. It's a character that's over 50 years old, right?
How'd you get into it? How'd you get into it?
How'd I get into it? Well, I was at a drugstore, Phase Drugs, I don't think it exists anymore, in 1991, and I saw a comic cover, and it had this little hairy little ball of fur, Jim Lee drew. So that, the X-Men comic from 1991, and that was, yeah. All right, similar. All right.
Real fans.
Yeah, some real fans there. It's the old person here. And I got super excited about it. We talked about it more, our whole team, everybody at Marvel Games. We have all these conversations about it. But we were like, all right, that's cool. That's the history. Those are all the touch points. What can we do for Earth 1048? How can we make this new? What will we get into? So, we explored interesting new ways. We had this sort of Trouble Black story. How did Logan become part of this new version of Team X? And then also these relationships that you hinted at that I'm also really excited to see, like how it works with, Jean Grey and other mutants.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of Jean Grey, Logan doesn't work in isolation, and whether he likes it or not, it looks like he's always being pulled towards connection, and one of those characters is, of course, Jean Grey.
Exactly, because like we do see that him and Jean Grey are dating in the game.
So I want to throw this question over to Walt. What role does Jean Grey or Jean play in Logan's journey at this point in the story?
Hold up. Again, sorry, Cyclops fans.
Yeah, I mean, in a lot of ways, Jean is an unexpected ally that Logan never thought he would have. This is a Jean that we've never really seen before.
Hold up.
She's been out on her.
Hold on a minute. You got the Fox? You got the Fox look? Hold up. Chat, if y'all haven't seen the Fox X-Men, bro, if y'all have not seen the Fox movies, hold up. Hold up. I'm going to show you guys, bruh. This looks so. Hold up. Got the cloak and everything. I think it was it? It had to, no, it was X-Men 2. Hold up. Yeah, it was X-Men 2. I'm just gonna pull up a clip from X-Men 2. Hold on. Even though I think it was an X-Men 2. What the? Whoa. What the heck? Hello? Okay, we're good. It had to have been. Hold up. X-Men 2. It was Jean meeting Nightcrawler. Okay, yeah, right here. You can't really get a good look of the suit, but like they got her wearing the cloak, bro. What if we have to save Jean Grey? Bro, that would be fire.
These are the coordinates.
Well, let's see if we can get a picture of the cloak. Oh, wait, hold up. Let me mute the... Yeah, they got her wearing the cloak. Like, bro, like, even though it's a backshot of the cloak, but like you can tell they got her wearing the cloak. Hold on. Okay, right there. Like, bro, this looks so fire. And it's all black. Yeah, we're good. They got her wearing the cloak, all black, with the zip. Automatically fire.
Own for, gosh, since almost the day
They got her wearing the one from X-Men 2. X-Men 2, best movie.
that her powers
Best X-Men movie. The second one is Logan.
activated, constantly on the move, discovering that there are other people in the world out there like her, people with powers, but not necessarily
Let's
as fortunate
go.
because they can't pass as human. So she wants to give them what she didn't have. She wants to give them a home somewhere safe where they can just live their normal life. But there really is nowhere safe in the world for mutants at this point in time when someone like Bolivar Trask is out there. And that's how she crosses paths with this ruggedly handsome stranger over here who's willing to do just about anything. Yeah, I'm talking
You're
about
talking
you,
about
buddy.
Liam, or you're
I'm
talking about Logan?
Oh, I'm talking about
They have a
Liam.
great animation team,
I
I'll
mean,
tell you that.
all of them, really. But that's where they cross paths, and she can't believe that this man, this stranger, is willing to do so much to protect people she cares about. Whereas on his side, I mean, Logan has spent as long as he can remember fighting for mutants who either can't or won't fight for themselves, and suddenly he meets this woman who's willing to stand up and do just that, not because she thinks it's fun or thrilling like some of his coworkers might, but because she actually cares. And I think these two lost and broken souls, they kind of find hope in each other through this, and it gives a little bit of a spark. And they don't know if it's going to be romantic or platonic. I mean, we know, but they don't know yet. And, you know, but they can tell that it's going to be transformative.
I mean, I don't know. From that last trailer, Walt, not the story trailer, but the trailer before the story trailer, I don't know. Got Logan out here carrying around a photo. Just saying.
And it sends them on this path that neither of them are really prepared to go on.
Yeah, and you talked about how Gene is kind of breaking down his defenses a little bit and breaking down his walls. So I want to throw this to Kritzia. We finally get to talk to you. What interested you most about her role in this story, and of course her relationship with Logan?
Oh, there's so much that
Yeah, make sure I
interests
see
me
what like
about
on the
this.
stream.
I mean, what everybody has said already, this is a very different story. It's beautifully nuanced. What I love is it's got an incredible human element. Yes, she's got her powers. She's had to be alone from an early age, but she can pass.
Right.
And that can feel really lonely to be able to do that. And it might, some people might view it as, well, at least you can pass, but then there's so much whirling inside. And she has the burden of caring a great deal. And she thinks she's alone in that too. And she feels very responsible for this newfound family, that she feels she's the only one who can really take care of them. Listen, I'm an eldest daughter, first generation immigrant, you know, so like I know what that feels like to care a great deal and to feel like you know, the whole family hinges on me.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I definitely feel this element. And then when she meets Logan, it's like, hold on a second. I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have felt that where you can lock eyes with someone and who knows where that relationship is going to take you, but there's something there, whether it's a cosmic connection, you've been there before, you're going to be somewhere in the future with that person, but they're like, there's somebody here that I need to know better. And what's great about Jean is, obviously, she's one of the most powerful people in the room. She could see through his walls, she could see through his scars, through his wounds. And what I love about her is she's got courage. She doesn't use that or weaponize that for him. She uses that and just holds it for him and be able to be in that space together and say, hey, there's something that we have, a core desire to protect the people that we really love. What are we going to do about that? I don't know, but we're figuring this out together.
I think they both have a really, really unique strength, but it's very different from each other, and they're both missing something inside them. And when they see each other, I feel like they can help each, even if they don't know it, they kind of
Exactly.
There's a soul connection.
yeah, they help. Like, you know, Jean sees one thing that she's like, I can be more of that, and Logan
Wolverine.
he's like, well, maybe I could be more of that, and it's disruptive.
It's disruptive.
So we got the whole entire. Okay, so we got the whole entire. See, like now I'm wondering. Okay, now I'm wondering if they're gonna. Okay. Now I'm actually wondering how that's gonna go down. Chat. Okay, chat. This is gonna sound crazy. Now I'm wondering how this is gonna happen. Right? Is it wrong for me to say that I think Jean is gonna be the reason why Logan gets his memories back? Is it wrong for me to say that?
Yes, but some of the best things in life are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, I just want to say, like, the connection that you guys had, both at mocap, like on screen and off screen, you could tell immediately, and just the emotion you guys were able to bring to all of the scenes. These guys are both hilarious off screen, so on screen they're, you know, serious, and you know, Liam's growling quite a bit, but man, off stage they are constantly making
we
jokes.
see it in
with
the
each other.
trailer.
Large collection of growls somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, it's you've got videos on set that you can never ever publish.
Maybe
Never,
when
ever.
all this comes out, we'll see how much permission I can.
Maybe if
I'm
there's
like,
some
I'm not that goofy.
bloopers.
Heck, there's probably like a lot of footage of him probably just screaming. Hey, all I'm happy about is that by the way, chat, if you guys don't know, me and my friend Chaos, we were talking about like there has to be a moment in the game where he does a primal scream, right? I think 100% that hold on, let me go back one. We're actually gonna relook at the trailer real quick. Okay, not back that far. Like me and Chaos were talking about this, I think a year or so ago. Yeah, a year. Yeah, it had to be like last year. Like we were talking about that. We were talking about how Wolverine or we were talking about how Logan needs to have a primal scream moment.
Logan, it's me. Wait. Remember who you are.
This looks like it's a primal scream moment. This has to be a primal scream moment.
Remember who you are.
This is 100% the primal scream moment that we needed, bruh. Like, me and Chaos were talking about that last year, so we got it.
Yeah.
We had fun, though.
Yeah. Relationships seem to be a huge theme, obviously, in this story and this game. Eric, Marcus, let's talk about Team X. Who is on Team X? We'd love to know. And why is it so important to have them around Logan in this story?
Yeah, Eric.
Yeah. Oh, what? What?
We can start with Marcus.
Just to tee it up for Marcus here. So we made a deliberate choice in this game that the X-Men aren't part of this world. This is Earth 1048. It's a new foray into the world of mutants. And so we wanted to go with Team X. So Team X, some of us out here might know, canonically, have been in the comics since about the 1980s. They were a Spec Ops, Black Ops group that formed in the 60s. They've had a lot of mutants in there. And they've had Logan. They've had Sabretooth. And then for our game...
First of all, hi, Comic-Con. How are you?
Yo, Marcus!
We haven't met before. My name is
Marcus.
Hi, Marcus.
Hi. Everybody. No, feel free, cameraman, to put it back on Liam. Fine. We're game developers. We
That
put it
space
out much.
cowboy shirt needs a moment.
He has so many shirts. I just want to let
so
you guys
good.
know, if you need a really good shirt idea, this is your man.
Marcus.
That's right. Okay, so as Eric said, X-Men don't exist in this universe. It means that mutants that are out there, that are under threat, they need heroes. Enter our Team X. Team X in our game was created by Nathaniel Essex, and it includes, well, it's not up there, but if there was a picture, it would include
There you go.
Victor Creed, a.k.a.
Sabretooth.
These two. These
Raven
two.
Darkholm,
Oh my
aka
God.
They are so good at this.
Mystique.
Raven, yes, and Wolverine. And it's important to have strong personalities that Logan can emotionally spar with, because otherwise he would be perfectly content sitting in his cabin in the woods, whittling away.
Wait. Where's... Oh, wait, yeah, Omega Red left. I forgot. Okay, so we got Sabretooth. Okay, so these three are Team X. Where's Sunfire at? We don't see Sunfire anywhere. Well, it's only been these three, but like, if we're looking at the trailer, then hold up, let me go back. If we're looking at the trailer right here, they're missing Sunfire. Because like, they're just seen in here where you see Sunfire, I think. If I'm not wrong, Sunfire is in here, unless I'm crazy. Let's see. Is that Sunfire or is that someone else?
The hunt is ready.
That does not... I'm curious. I want to know if this is Sunfire or not. I think this is a Sunfire. The dude in the red tux. I think that's Sunfire. Unless Omega Red killed him. And then we get that boss fight with him. I'm
Opening his mouth unless he's talking to nearby squirrels, just like
actually, that would be crazy.
I love whittling.
Actually, wait, time out, chat. That would actually be crazy. If the way the Omega Red boss fight starts is if Sunfire gets killed by Omega Red, and that forces the Omega Red, and that's the thing that forces the Omega Red boss fight. That would be crazy.
You know me.
And squirrels.
Method. I do love squirrels.
So our
Anyway,
Team
I want to
X was put together by Nathaniel.
Like, that would be crazy, chat. Like, what do you guys think about that? Do you guys think that Do you guys think that Omega Red killed Sunfire? And that's what causes the boss fight? Because in the prequel comic, Sunfire, because in the prequel comic, Omega Red. Well, we know that Omega Red, at least from what we know, Omega Red got kicked out of Team X because he was obsessed with his vampires, because he was obsessed with being a vampire. I'm just gonna say vampire because this is funny. Because he got obsessed with being a vampire because of his carbonadium vampire coils, because he couldn't survive. And then that got him kicked out because of that. And then after that, Sunfire got in, which is basically a replacement for Omega Red in the game. And Omega Red kills Sunfire, and that sparks the whole entire fight. Maybe? I think that would be a crazy way to start off a boss fight.
Essex to fight the existential threat to mutants that is posed by billionaire industrialist Boulevard Trask.
Boo, you suck.
Not the actor, just the...
No, you're great, Marcus. No, I mean, don't worry about it.
I like how they bought up. I like how they bought up Nathaniel Essex, but like, I've already said something already about it, but like, anybody else find it a little bit odd? Like, I'm not gonna say anything, but like, if you guys have seen Generator Rex, you know who Van Cleis is, and like, you know how connected, like, like in Generator Rex, Van Cleis is very connected with Rex. To the point where like sometimes in the show he wanted to get Rex to join his villain group, or join his group. And there would sometimes be moments in the show where Van Cleis would make a deal with Rex that would make a deal with Rex. If Rex were to help him, he would get more of his memories. Like, he would tell him more and more about his past. I don't want to say anything, but it seems like it. Like, if you guys see my video, like I said before, like, I feel like Nathaniel Essex in this game. If you just listen to the way this dialogue in this trailer goes, he flat out says this. Hold up.
We're gonna build a future from here.
Listen to the way he's talking. This is Essex talking.
We're gonna build a future for mutants. That is why you belong here.
He seems more interested in Logan than any other than them potentially. He seems like he's way more interested in Logan than any other member.
Well, you were talking about how it's important to have them play off each other, right? And that relationships are a big part of what makes a good team. But it's also a lot to do with conflict, right? So,
right.
Jess, what kinds of tensions exist with Team X that make these dynamics really juicy, really interesting?
Yeah, Jess.
Hello.
Yeah, Jess.
I love working with you guys. It's fantastic. Yeah, so in the footage...
Heck, even in the show, this is gonna sound crazy. Even in Generator Rex, Van Cleis is way more interested in Rex than any other member of the Pact.
You guys got to see, you actually got a lot of hints of what that tension is. So in the footage, Essex says, "Logan, you came back." And this is actually a huge moment because in our story, Logan left Team X 3 years ago in very abrupt circumstances, and now he's back, tensions are high. So someone like Sabretooth in Team X, he's just a mess of a wrecking ball. He felt really abandoned when Logan left. And now that Logan's back, he feels angry about it. So he was angry he got abandoned, now he's angry he's back. And then we have Mystique in Team X. I absolutely love Mystique. She's fantastic.
Oh, so we are gonna get this fight. Okay. So, okay, so pretty much we already at this fight. So they left that whole entire thing there. I guess they're going with Sabretooth feeling upset that Logan left. And now he's back, and what I'm guessing is that Sabretooth was a leader, and now with Logan being back, he's being the leader again. And now they're gonna fight because of that.
Good.
I'll be right back, chat. I'm gonna get some water. All right, we're back. All right, let's go back and
Mystique in Team X. I absolutely love Mystique. She's fantastic. She brings
well, it was actually
years ago in very abrupt circumstances, and now he's back. Tensions are high. So someone like Sabretooth in Team X, he's just a mess of a wrecking ball. He felt really abandoned when Logan left. And now that Logan's back, he feels angry about it. So he was angry he got abandoned. Now he's angry he's back. And then we have Mystique in Team X. I absolutely love Mystique. She's fantastic. She brings such a good attitude to our game. She just wants to get the job done. She's a mutant who isn't passing. She is able to be in Team X and use her powers to defend mutants. So she actually has fun in Team X. She's enjoying this. As I think Marcus mentioned, somebody mentioned that mutants in our game are actually living in the shadows. So Team X allows Mystique to just be herself.
so just read it
the
as-
opening of our game is going to allow the player to start experiencing those first few moments of what's it like when Logan is rejoining Team X.
Okay.
so that's whenever he
So-
fights the Sentinel. That must be whenever he, but that must be whenever he fights the Sentinel then.
Then why would the disappearance of someone like Essex bring Logan back into the fight? I'm curious, Walt. What's the relationship there? Like, what's the drive for that?
Yeah, I mean, we all know that no one drags around baggage like Logan does, and he never really knows what's inside of it because his memories only go back so far. But the only person in his life who's ever really helped him carry that baggage is Nathaniel Essex. He found him in the woods, wild and feral, took him in, helped him rediscover that man that was inside, and he gave him a place and a purpose as a member of Team X, which...
Just like my wife.
Yeah, just like your wife, yeah.
See, look, he's way. See, look, right there. He's way more interested in Logan than anybody else on Team X. That's already a problem.
Found me in the woods.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, and if you don't know who you are and you don't even know if you can die, something like that, it's so valuable. And I think on the surface that would be enough, but for Logan, I think he respects Essex more than anyone else in the world because Essex has never lied to him. He's never pretended to be a saint. He's never claimed that Team X wasn't a collection of criminals, outlaws, and killers. But just because like survival has made them all have to be monsters at one point or another doesn't mean that they can't do something good, that they can't be the first, last, and only line of defense for mutants in the world.
Right.
Yeah, because you got the moral.
I want to
left
move
right
on
there,
to
too.
Bolivar Trask because we've been mentioning him, but we haven't really gone deep into their
Please
stuff.
show
So
him.
Trask Industries, Bolivar Trask will be playing a big role in this new game. They are some dangerous people, it looks like.
Right.
So back to you, Marcus. Why is Trask such an important threat in this story? And how does his agenda impact, mutant kind
Yes.
more broadly?
Well,
I know this is going to come as a shock, but billionaires can cause damage.
True.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird.
True.
It's
Where's
crazy.
the world coming to?
True. True. What he's saying is actually true.
It turns out that having like unlimited resources and a strong opinion can lead to bad things. Bolivar Trask is a person who sees mutants as an existential threat to all of humankind, and he will not rest until he's used every ounce of his resources to eliminate every mutant from the planet.
Right.
And that means he's using his Trask guards, which are basically a personal army, but he's also hired the cybernetically enhanced mercenaries, the Reavers.
The Reavers.
And he will not be stopped unless he can be stopped.
And that's where we come in.
That was a cliffhanger. That's high drama.
I have to say this pun, but that was Trask-tastic.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Damn.
Let's shift to another major force in the game, the powerful demon-worshipping ninja cult. I would
The
call
Hand.
them the Hand. Jess, tell us a little bit about their role in the game.
Yeah, thanks for giving me the question about the demon-worshipping ninja cult. I appreciate it. So we've been able to show the Hand a few times in gameplay and trailers, and it sounds like folks in the audience are familiar with the Hand. So in our game, Deathstrike, so glad we were finally be able to reveal her and see how awesome she looks. Deathstrike is the leader of the Hand, and she's a formidable foe against Logan. The Hand are an assassin group of warriors with a mysterious past, and I don't want to spoil anything, but they are going to be connected to...
Heck, they chromed the shit. Like, I'm gonna say it again. Chat. Lady Deathstrike went to a Ripper Doc and decided to get some chrome.
Logan somehow. Logan is going to be fighting the Hand throughout his journey in our game, and eventually it's going to lead him to Japan. In the trailer you guys got to see, there's a moment that I absolutely love where Logan is bursting through a window, there's Hand all jumping on his back, there's a sword through his body, and I think we cut it off in the trailer, but in the actual game, he bursts through the window, rolls on the ground, sword through his body, he just gets up. Dude just gets up like nothing happened and shucks it back in a ninja and kills him.
We've had that like
Bruh.
We've had the first things we
I'm sorry, we can throw weapons in this game? If that's just a game, if that's just like right after, bro. If that's just a hint, hold up. If that's just a hint of what I just heard, hold on.
Rolls on the ground, sword through his body, he just gets up. Dude just gets up like nothing happened and shucks it back in a ninja and kills him.
We've had that like from the
We've
one
had
of the
this
first things we've done, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. No,
like the
Leon's
coolest
right.
thing ever.
We've had this animation in the game for years because it is such an iconic Wolverine moment where he can take that kind of damage. He feels it, of course, but he just gets right back up and throws it back.
So that shot like coming out of the glass with the hand like all
Yes.
Yeah.
I feel like that's
Iconic comic panel, like just amazing.
yeah.
So,
I'm glad we got that stuff in there.
yeah, I hope that answers people's
Heck, we got two of them in there. We got the Hand jumping him in the Ain't No Hero trailer, and now we got it
questions
in
about
here.
Deathstrike and the Ninja Death Cult.
Ninja Death Cult, that's right. I want to throw it back to Kritzia real quick, because I actually skipped one of your...
Bro, that might be my favorite section in the game. The Japan section is probably going to be my favorite part of the game. It's going to be my favorite part of the game. I'm calling it now. I'm going to call it now. This whole entire section...
Belong here.
Chat, this whole entire section right here might be my favorite part of the entire game.
Tear the beast.
humanity.
Most people I see clearly, but you.
Yeah, the Japan section might be my favorite part in the whole entire game. I'm not even gonna lie.
Questions, and I think we need to hear more from you. So going back to Essex and Team X, when Jean enters the picture, how does that affect the dynamic of the team?
Oh my God. Okay, you're giving a lot.
Sorry.
It affects it a lot.
Well, Jean is a catalyst at the end of the day. So, you know, she sees this team that is like, okay, on the surface, wait, we're all here for the same thing. We're here to protect mutant kind. This is good, right? But, you know, when you get into a new family and you get to see some of the dynamics that happen, the relationships that happen, you're like, there's something here that's not really vibing and gelling, and I don't know quite what to make of it just yet. So I think she likes, what's great about her is because she could see so deeply, she's someone who will state things how they are, and she's not afraid of saying it how it is. And so sometimes to the detriment of, you know, some people's comfort zones, she will.
Makes me wonder what they're gonna do for post credits because they usually leave us with a cliffhanger. They usually do.
State things that are like, hey, that's not cool, man.
I mean, the best cliffhanger that I can honestly think of is like probably giving us something for X-23 or like a little teaser for X-23 or something like that. I've thought about ideas like for the end of the game, but the ones that like I come back to are probably it's either X-23 somehow in some way gets introduced, or they have an idea to start the X-Men. One of those two things.
And maybe we should take a closer look at that.
Yeah.
So yeah, she kind
unlike
of she
Logan to be
ruffles
in their own
feathers. Yeah, he gets vulnerable.
Aw, sweet puppy dog Logan.
Oh.
And murderous rampage for Logan. Hey, they're all in there. They're all in there.
It's a balance.
It's one of those two things that I always
that
come
we
back
haven't
to.
explored.
Like, that's the one thing that I keep coming back to is either they have to introduce somehow in some way, get the X-Men in, or they have to figure out if we're going to go down the X-23 introduction stuff.
Yet that I hear fans should be very excited about. I hear there's a prequel comic. Is that right, Walt?
That is correct.
Yes.
So here's the thing. When you boot up Marvel's Wolverine for the first time, you're going to meet a Logan who's been out of the game for, 3 years or so? And it's not because he was fired, although that guy down there would have given more than ample reason for that. But, and no, it's because he quit. He walked away without even saying a word, didn't even say goodbye.
Wow.
And you don't really do something like that unless you have a really good reason. So when Marvel reached out to us and said, we know y'all been working really hard on this, you know you're reaching the end, but do you have one more story in you? Is there something you would like to write as a prequel comic? We knew exactly what that story needed to be. It needed to be the story of...
I called the prequel comic was going to happen before the game dropped. I called it, I think, probably a couple years ago. Yeah, a couple years ago, I called it. Like, I actually said they were going to make a prequel comic for the game.
Why Logan left Team X. And I don't want to spoil anything because I just want to let y'all know that like you can leave this panel right here. You can head out to our booth and you can get your copy immediately after.
Has anyone got one?
Anybody read it yet?
Anyone have one yet?
Who's
You already
read
read
it?
it?
Did anyone been to the booth yet?
Take a
Oh,
photo.
yeah, I read it already.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, there it is. I
yes,
see it.
There you
Yeah, I
go.
can't
Yes.
see it.
Don't ruin it for everybody else.
Yeah.
So Eric, at that point, what made this story compelling and wanting to put it in comic form?
I mean, before I dive into that, I think there's a little baggage we need to unpack here. And, someone on this panel and I have known each other for about 20 years, and he used to talk to me all the time. We're really close friends. He's like, I want to write a Marvel comic. I want to work there. I want to work at Marvel. I want to write a comic. I was like, cool, that sounds great. Let's figure that out one day. And now, fast forward 20 years later, and he's written with his team and all the lovely people up here and everybody a beautiful game and a comic.
No,
So
what
we made it
he's
happen.
not saying, though, is that 20 years ago, I moved from next to a bayou in Louisiana all the way up to New York City with this dream, put on a full suit, printed out my resume, walked straight to the Marvel office door, don't do that, by the way, and handed it to him and said, you know, my name's Walt Williams, I'd love to work here. And it took him 20 years to call me back, but, you know.
Well,
Perseverance is key.
Yeah, apparently it worked. 20 years later, we were in a position to make it happen, and it happened. And I think you've already read it, so you can tell everybody here about it. But you know, I hope everybody picks it up. It really just sort of establishes this new lore we have for Team X. It helps readers understand how people and mutants are perceived in Earth 1048, and just really gets into this moment of extreme emotional trauma for Logan in his past, and it gives a good sense of everything. And I just couldn't be more proud of everybody up here, and especially, you know, Walt being able to write this.
Walt.
It's just really cool.
Yeah, definitely check out that comic, guys.
Cool.
Love you, bro.
Yes. And just don't worry, like, and the comic's not like required reading.
Wait, Chad, we
but
got more.
it is
Okay, yeah, we can
really
finish the
good.
whole
And it does-
entire.
It does add a
we
lot.
can
So
finish it
if you can
today.
pick it up, it's worth it.
We also.
Sorry.
Oh,
It
go
will
ahead.
be available on, it actually is part 1 online on Marvel Unlimited. So huge shout out to the Marvel
Can we get part
publishing
2,
team for
please?
putting
'Cause I
it
don't
up,
know.
so
We
you
need
can
to
get
know.
it online as well.
Sick.
Nice. Going on to,
Oh,
you know,
you got
expanding
Wolverine,
story,
Wolverine.
and the important parts of stories are usually music, comics.
If y'all have not read that comic, it ends on such a crazy cliffhanger.
All sorts of different iterations. So I want to talk about Marcus with you. We all know that music is a critical part of this story. Then I heard that we have an exciting update in regards to Marvel Wolverine's composer.
Yes, I'm happy to announce that our composer for Marvel's Wolverine is David Fleming, who is an Emmy Award winner. You may have heard his music as a co-composer on Last of Us HBO show.
Yep.
He won an Emmy for his work on Ron Howard's documentary Idea Man about Jim Henson.
He also did Superman. He also did
And then,
the. He
my
also did the music
personal
for
favorite
Superman.
is he just got nominated for an Emmy for his work on Widow's Bay.
Nice.
Yeah, we're
show.
super proud of this, and everybody being able to work with him. He's a brilliant composer. We also have a little treat for you. So tonight, the theme song from the game, which is called Logan.
Logan.
Good name. Will be released, but we're going to have a little snippet here. The Disney Music Group did an amazing job sort of getting it out there, so you can hear it fully tonight. But right now, here's a little preview.
Oh my god, dude, this music sounds so good. This goes over
Just a
to
little. That's just a little taste. As you notice, too, the soundtrack is going to be coming out August 28th. So there's so much, right?
Yeah,
There's so much.
Also, special shout out to the Disney Music Group for assembling it all.
Now you can tell. You can tell that he looks nervous.
Round of applause for that.
Would anyone want me to throw them out there or something? I don't know.
Yes, Liam.
Is that something people want?
Do it, do it.
I'll do that.
You're going to throw claws into the audience?
I'll just throw. They're not as
They're
sharp as
foam.
you think.
They're foam.
Just make believe. Carry on.
Oh man. Well, I will say what's fascinating at this part of, you know, every part of this game, it just seems to explore a different side of Logan, as we've talked about. We've talked about the warrior, we've talked about the survivor, and the enemies standing in his way, right? But great characters have a way of like reaching beyond a single story that led to some really exciting collaborations that expand how fans get to engage with this character. In fact, I hear that there's something in the works with Marvel took on Fighting Souls. Is that right, Eric?
Yeah, that's right.
Turning my chair. Mike.
Both
Come on,
suits.
let's-
Mike, tell us what's going on with that.
So I want to set the table a little bit. I wonder if anybody in the audience has played Marvel Spider-Man or Miles Morales or
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2?
Yep.
Pick me.
So Those few lucky people know that unlocking and crafting iconic suits from the long and storied history of these characters is really fun.
They're doing the
and
same
it
thing
is
they did
great
for
to pick
Rivals of
sort of your
Wolverine, but with
favorite look.
Tokon.
In Marvel's Wolverine, we continue that tradition because Wolverine has taken on so many awesome costumes over the years. When we saw Marvel Tokon and the Wolverine in that game, we were like, holy cow, like that is a look. I want that in our game, which is of course tricky because these games are developed at the same time. You know, it's not looking back in history. But today I'm super proud to announce that we made it happen. We took a suit inspired by Marvel Tokon and crafted one in our game that brings that spirit and that appearance to life.
Nah, that looks so hard.
Yeah, and there it is.
It's awesome.
Let's go.
Looks awesome. Oh my gosh. And that's what I love about Comic-Con, you know, is seeing creative worlds collide and come together. And I heard that there's more to this collab. So how did this collab come to life and what more can you share?
Sure. So at the heart of it, Marvel Games and SIE connected us together. When we saw what Arc System Works was cooking, it's clear that this was a perfect fit for a crossover. So in addition to us taking inspiration from their suit, we're also super excited to announce that Insomniac's original suit design, the Battle Reborn suit, has been brought to life in Marvel Tokon as well.
Heck yeah.
Oh.
Here it is.
Wow.
So what that collaboration looked like was, once we sort of shook hands on it, we traded concept art, 3D models, renders. We sort of changed the characters' proportion to fit each other's game so that they fit in style. And then we worked carefully to get that sort of skin shader look to authentically represent each other's games. There was a lot of back and forth. And one of the details about this collaboration that I love is in Marvel's Wolverine, you unlock the Marvel Tokon suit for crafting by entering a Japanese arcade.
Amazing.
So,
But don't tell the rest of the world that. Let's just keep that
yes.
here.
That was a spoiler, so yeah.
Friendly.
Okay,
Just between
now
us, that's right.
The Japan section of the game
So,
now.
Players of Marvel Tokon will be able to don Wolverine's Battle Reborn suit on September 1st, and Marvel's Wolverine will have the Marvel Tokon suit on day 1, September 15th.
Nice.
Well, we are wrapping up our panel
Let's
here,
go. This is
but,
W panel.
You know, I want to touch on the topics that we've seemed to come across a lot here, which is a man searching for answers, a past he can't escape, and the people that have impacted him on his journey. So I'd love to do a quick lightning round with all of you. In one sentence, what is the thing that you're most excited for players to experience that may surprise fans when they finally step into Logan's boots? And let's go down the line. Let's start with you, Marcus.
Okay, well, I think in a world where a lot of us feel powerless, I want you to feel powerful when you're driving Wolverine.
I love that.
There's a fireside chat in a cabin in the woods on a dark and snowy night, and you're going to know it when you see it.
Wait.
I love that, Walt.
That was great.
Mine's all the Wolverine suits. Insomniac Games, Marvel Games obviously have massive Wolverine fans. We had more suit ideas than we knew what to do with, so they look amazing. Mike, before you jump in, since I have a mic and an audience, I also just want to say thank you, Comic-Con. We're a group of game developers. I'm usually sitting in front of my computer. This is very different and very weird. We have been working on this game for years, and to have a creative endeavor like this finally almost out in the world in less than 2 months, it is a unmistakable feeling. So I just want to say thank you, gamer to gamer, Wolverine fan to Wolverine fan. Thank you so much for joining, being here. Yeah.
Hey, this may come as a hot take. I'm wearing the Fox suits for a lot of the game. I will be wearing the black suit. I will be wearing the full-on black and yellow suit without mask. Depending on like if we have character customization for whoever is on our whoever we're playing with, or whoever the ally is for that game, or for that mission, I will be flat out hoping that they have suit swaps for each character. I will be doing that.
This is an absolute dream come true.
I gotta wear my Fox
kid from
Universe
the
suit,
80s,
bro.
so thank you.
I just want to say Jess's video game developer disclaimer also applies to me. But no, I mean, the thing that
I hope they do have the
can't
evolution
wait
suit in here.
for people to experience with this game, it's so different having the controller in your hands than watching a video, is Berserker Rage. We really brought it to life and make you feel the frenzy.
Love that.
Yeah, for me, it's, sorry for the interruption there.
You're so
Thank
polite,
you all.
Eric.
I try. Thank you all for coming here. First off, like Jess said, this is a dream come true for all of us, so appreciate all the love. For me, I just love the emotional depth and complexity of like Logan, Jean, all the cast of characters. Everybody here, everybody working on the game, all the Marvel Games people, all the Insomnia Games people, all the SIE people, we put so much heart and soul into this thing, and we put a beloved, fresh spins, where these became my favorite versions of these characters. And I hope they do for you too.
I'm just excited that, you know, you'll finally get to see what an Australian's impression of this character is. No, it's this
Meanwhile,
is
Hugh Jackman
like
is.
the biggest honor of my life. I hope you guys can trust me with this character that I know you all love.
Not
Seeing-
Samuel Hugh Jackman is.
For me, the most important thing is that what does it mean? Like when you put the controller down, does it mean something? Is it, you know, the fighting's going to be dope, but does it mean something? And I think we've created a really special story, and that's exciting to me.
Yeah, for me, there's a lot of emotions coming. I've never done anything like this. This is so beautiful, and you guys are so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for being here. We've worked so hard, and I'm just overwhelmed with gratitude right now, and the trust that we built and the magic that we built together over this time. Sorry, I didn't expect.
We love you, Christina.
I can't wait for you guys to feel this. I can't wait for you guys to experience this, the magic and what we felt doing that in our little bubble for 4 years. For you all to get to experience that, it means the world. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Bro, it's about.
If you guys are down, I know we gotta finish, but
gotta
like,
go.
can I get like a let's go bub from everyone if I film it? Because I don't know how many whole H's I'm ever gonna get to do in my life. Is that
All right, I already saw that. We're gonna go ahead and watch Blitz's video. Chat, which one do you guys want to watch first? We have Blitzwinger's video, and then after we have let's watch Blitzwinger's video. Because shout out to Rap, but not now. We're gonna watch Blitzwinger's video, hold on. We're gonna watch Blitzwinger's video next.
This is incredible.
Yup.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Splatoon. Ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a brand spanking new trailer for Marvel's Wolverine. And what a trailer it is. This time, it is the story trailer that takes center stage. Yes, literally like less than, 10 days ago, 15 days ago, we got that CGI trailer, which was absolutely brilliant, by the way. But now, well, bam, with the San Diego Comic-Con panel happening, they revealed the brand new story trailer, and there is so much to talk about in this trailer. I don't want to waste any more time before we get into the actual details and some of the things that you
It's a
probably
crazy
missed
trailer, by the way.
in this particular trailer. Of course, all I ask in return, guys, take a quick moment, leave a like on today's video, and also let me know down in the comment section below, what is your favorite reveal in the brand new Marvel
My favorite
Wolverine
reveal. I didn't
story
see.
trailer with all that.
Chat, y'all are not gonna know what my favorite reveal in this game was, and my favorite reveal I didn't even know until this morning. Like, I didn't know until this morning what I saw. And what I saw completely broke my mind. And I was also happy at the same time. Hold on a second. But yeah, chat, what I saw broke my mind whenever I saw it this morning. It completely broke my brain. And if you read the What If comic for Enemy of the State, you know what I'm talking about. Like, it's a storyline of, what if Wolverine, what if Wolverine was never deprogrammed and was still working for the enemy? That what if is Enemy of the State. That what if Enemy of the State was brutal? It was. I couldn't think, I could not think of the comic, but if they're doing what I think they're doing with that, it's gonna be a brutal ride, especially if the hand, especially if they're doing what I think they're doing with Lady Deathstrike, especially with what I saw in a certain part in the trailer. Also, Gabe, what is good? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Why do I have to just... Okay, wait, never mind. But if you know what I'm talking about, I actually have the story trailer right here. I know what they're referencing. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right now. This is the Muramasa blade. There's a Gabby or... yeah, it's Gabby. I'm just gonna... Is it Gabby or Gabe? Because I don't want to mispronounce, but... It seems like they're doing a twist. It seems like they're combining Lady Deathstrike with Enemy of the State, so they swapped. I don't want to say what it is, but it seems like they swapped out Gorgon for Lady Deathstrike with Ogun working with the hand, but I don't mind it. It's cool. But this is the Muramasa blade. Because I have a there's something about that, because when I originally saw this, I was just it doesn't look like the Muramasa blade at all. To me, it just looks like Ogun and Lady Deathstrike were weaponizing Jean's power to put it onto the weapons, and I was like, I'm seeing what looks to be a pink registry.
In mind, let's dive on in. So the trailer kicks off in an epic way. And before we even talk about everything that happens in the trailer, I do want to point out something important here, because the very first sequence and the very first scene we see does say and confirm that everything in this trailer was captured on a PlayStation 5 Pro and is a mix of both gameplay and in-game cinematics. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because the last...
Oh, and by the way, what's crazy too is that I reread that comic.
Trailer specifically said not actual gameplay, and because it was a mostly CGI trailer, all of us obviously assumed that some of the things we saw in that last trailer will probably not be in the actual final game. So just that distinction, where everything that we're seeing here in this trailer seems like it is directly from the game itself, and hopefully it was captured on a physical copy. But with that in mind, let's talk about the trailer itself. So first and foremost, we get Logan and Jean Grey face...
Well, what the heck is going on? Hold up. Wait. Hold up. Is it Blitz's video, or is it... No, okay. Yeah, it's Blitz's video. Yeah, it was Blitz's video. Okay.
To face here. And what a cool scene, because first and foremost, we get to see Jean Grey in a very classic green, kind of darkish green and gold attire, which is a throwback to her OG attire. I love that. Obviously, it's a little bit more modernized to look more modern, I guess, aesthetics for superhero clothing. But in general, I love that. I think that is very, very, very cool. It looks like this scene is taking place where there's either maybe like a helicopter or some sort of a technological piece of equipment that is pretty much behind Jean Grey for the most part in this entire shot. And it looks like it's probably taking place in Japan, just based on the billboards and kind of the coloring that we've seen so far, or the Japan portion of the game, or the Tokyo portion of the game, I should say. So that seems to be the setting for this. But the most exciting stuff that happens here, beyond obviously just the confirmation that it seems like Jean Grey will have multiple attires as well, some paying homage to her classic looks, which I love. In addition to that, we see this incredible moment here where Jean Grey seems to fear Logan. We can see it
she's
on
terrified.
her face. They did such a great job of like capturing fear here, where you can clearly tell that she is kind of taken aback by Logan, where maybe he's the one that's like causing this whole crazy situation to occur here. And then when we cut to Logan himself, we can see that his eyes are literally what looks like almost like possessed or like rabid, which makes me then think about that interview that we got to hear from Liam McIntyre, who's of course the voice and the motion capture artist.
That has to be whenever he was enraged, because like the way that his eyes look right after, it's because like they did say, keep in mind, chat, they did say that in the game, Wolverine's rage is random. Like there are gonna be moments in the game where it pops up randomly. So it's like this right here has to be, so this right here where his eyes just changed, he was enraged randomly. So it's like, I want to say this has to be right after the fight with Lee. This has to happen. I'm tempted to say either before or probably during the Lady Deathstrike fight.
Hear from Liam McIntyre, who's of course the voice and the motion capture artist for Wolverine. He is the one that is portraying Wolverine in this game, where he talked with EW, which I made a video about that yesterday. But in that very video, I covered the fact that in the interview, he talked about how...
But at the same time, though, like if it was during the Lady Deathstrike, actually, wait, change my mind. If it was during the Lady Deathstrike fight, then with Deathstrike holding the Muramasa blade, it's kind of like you would think that there would be. Oh yeah, sorry. If you guys don't know what the Muramasa blade is, Wolverine's soul is in that exact sword, and pretty much with his own soul, it can go through his adamantium. It can basically kill him. His own soul is implanted in that sword. It can kill him. Basically, think of it as the high frequency blade, or the Muramasa blade from Metal Gear Rising.
Coach Logan is almost like having two different kind of like personalities within one body, where he has his one human side, but then when he goes full on like feral, it becomes very animalistic. And so I wonder here in this sequence, maybe that is kind of proof of that idea and that concept, where Logan will kind of have a more calm, cool, and collected form. And then when he goes into this berserker form, it's like he kind of just loses control.
Yeah.
But sometimes maybe that is what is required in order to make sure that him and the mission gets completed and so on and so forth. So I wonder if that's a teaser of that. The other theory, of course, here could be that Logan is possibly possessed by someone that is taking control over him. That's a classic sort of thing in video games, where, or not just video games, in comics in general and in superhero stories, where when characters are possessed, the actual like color of their eyes and everything changes. So a very interesting tease there. I'm kind of leaning more towards my first theory, where I think that this is kind of like his berserker form or his feral form, where when he unleashes that form, he kind of loses control of himself, maybe can't even like remember what happens or something like that. That could be an interesting concept as well, because they did do that in the comics, in the Wolverine comics oftentimes as well, where he would kind of like hide this feral form or berserker form, because he knew that once he unleashes it, is a very tough time.
He's a very
putting
dangerous
that genie
person
back in the bottle.
Yeah.
Next, we get a shot of Logan tearing this door off.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And then
is that McIntyre, Liam said that his version of Wolverine has uncontrollable feral rages, and it only comes out right, like it'll come out randomly. So it's like
It seems like it cuts to a man who Logan is seemingly rescuing, because based on the actual dialogue line here, we can hear this person saying, "Logan, you came back." And Logan seems very kind of startled by what he's looking at, where it looks like this long-haired man is sitting. He's bloodied, clearly, like his shirt has blood. There's blood down below the chair that he's sitting. So he's obviously probably been like either questioned or maybe like tortured by Trask, I assume here, just on the basis that when they pan back out, we see Reavers charging towards that same door, and then you can see the Trask Industries logo above. And if you look behind Logan in that one shot right there, you can clearly see that same man with the bloodied shirt sitting behind him. And then, of course, we see Logan getting lit up by tons and tons of bullets, and that sets him off and puts him into a bit of a rage as he's trying to dodge and block some of them with his claws. But again, definitely a really cool vibe there. And in terms of who that man is that Logan is rescuing there, I feel like, again, thanks to the prequel comic for Marvel's Wolverine, which I covered in yesterday's Marvel's Wolverine video,
it's Sinister.
I think the running theory that would make sense is that it could be Nathaniel Essex, because if you look at the design in the comics, again, same long hair and has a beard, or it could be the character that's right next to him, which would be Walter. So
yeah,
could be one of those two characters that is being rescued there by Logan. Next, we get this really bizarre shot that feels the most...
My only thing is, though, like, with that whole entire beard lineup and stuff like that, hold up.
I think the running theory that would make sense is that,
like, look at the way the beard's lined up here. This has to be, like, wait a minute, hold on a second. I thought about this for a second. Hold up, wait, hold on. He's wearing the Battle Reborn suit right here. But right here, it's like he's wearing his Team X uniform. This has to be before, because, like, these two things don't make sense, because, like, he's wearing his actual, like, he's wearing, like, the battle, like, he's actually wearing, like, his true, like, Battle Reborn suit, or this version of his suit. Here, it's not, like, here he's wearing his Battle Reborn. So, like, probably this is the suit that he wears, thinking about, because, like, we do have, like, another shot of him downstairs, I mean, down deep in Trask Tower, where there's a whole bunch of dead mutants. So probably, but this shot's taken at night, though. This is all night, though. And he's fighting the Sentinel probably during the day, so it's like, even I'm confused on this, because, like, wait, never mind, he's fighting Omega Red with it on. Yeah, this has to 100% probably at most be the start of the game, because he's fighting Omega Red right here.
it could be Nathaniel Essex, because if you look at the design in the comics, again, same long hair and has a beard, or it could be the character that's right next to him, which would be Walter. So could be one of those two characters that is being rescued there by Logan. Next, we get this really bizarre shot that feels the most kind of like ominous compared to everything else that we've seen up until this point for this game, because everything has been relatively grounded. Like, of course, yes, we've seen, mutant powers from Jean Grey, or we've seen the fantastical forces of Wolverine or Sabretooth and things like that. But this looks very kind of almost like something that you would see in like a horror movie or something like that, like a weird sort of door frame with like broken wood pieces, and Logan's walking towards this. It also seems to be taking place in some sort of like a mansion that immediately makes me think of the X Mansion, of course, but
yeah.
I don't know if that is the case or not. But a couple of interesting things about this is that we do hear Logan say, he was seeing things from before. And that really immediately kind of sparked a light, because I thought about, once again, the video that I made yesterday talking about Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic, where in that comic, there's that one moment that I pointed out that was kind of horror-like as well, where Logan's holding onto his head and then just says kind of like the word remember across, and there's like this weird spooky shadow around him. So I wonder if those things are somehow like correlated together there, where there's going to be like an element of Logan trying to remember something during the course of the game. Additionally to that, another exciting detail that I did want to point out here is that that is a brand new attire for Logan, because we have not seen him wearing the jeans and white tank top look that is very famous in the movie
Hugh Jackman
Wolverine, or sorry, X-Men Origins Wolverine. So definitely reminds me of the attire that he wore in that movie. So we do get what looks like a new costume confirmed for him. We do get a shot of Logan holding onto his head in game now, which again, if you watch my video from yesterday where we talked about,
he's doing the exact same
Marvel's
thing right there
Wolverine
from the prequel
comic, that almost looks like a one-to-one identical type of scene, where here he's holding onto his head in sort of like a pain, or as if something is like, you know, bothering his actual like mental state. And the same thing goes in the comics. So there's definitely some interesting parallels there. Then we get what looks like, honestly, almost like a straight up live action scene. Like, I'm sure that this is a cutscene.
Yeah. Wait, hold up, chat. Who do you guys think that Wolverine killed right here? Who do you think that he killed right here? Because like his claws are bloody the next time, the exact same part in the trailer, like his claws are bloody. Like, I've been trying to think about who he killed here, but like it's insanely hard to tell. Like right there, like it's insanely hard to tell who he killed. Is that red hair? Or am I tripping? Chat, anybody else see red hair somewhere? I don't know, that much is me.
But I can't be the only one that feels like this almost looks like
It seems like we are going to be able to get some sort of, I don't want to say, well, like it seems like he might, well, I don't know who this is. Is it me, or did they just hint, at a skin where Wolverine is in his tank top? Hey, I mean, the tank top version of Wolverine would be fire.
live action. It's incredible how detailed this one short snippet here is. He is once again wearing that white tank top in this shot, and we can see that there's some sort of a character sort of like reaching out at him. And then we get to see a shot of him with almost what looks like teary eyes, like as if he's got like a tear or something like that, as if this time he's the one that's horrified by what he's seeing, because of course the trailer opens up with Jean Grey kind of looking petrified and scared looking at Logan. Here it's almost like him looking at something that sets off some fear, and you'll also notice that one of the claws is certainly bloodied up.
It's very bloody. He had to have killed someone. This looks like this could be a flashback.
Being done. Obviously, this seems like it will be a very emotional moment in the story. What follows next is a shot of another Trask Industries truck pulling up to probably a Trask Industry base or something along those lines here. And we get another shot of Leech, which is super duper cool. So very cool to see Leech now making cameos in both the extended gameplay trailer and now in this story trailer as well. But
yeah, I see Toad back there.
Roughhoused here by one of the Trask Reaver soldiers. Next is one of the most creepy shots of this entire trailer. We can hear someone, by the way, narrating during this portion of the trailer saying humans and mutants can't survive together. And then we see Logan walking through what looks like water that is probably filled with blood as well, and just tons and tons of dead bodies all around him, which legitimately looks unsettling. Like, again, this trailer feels the most tonally dark compared to everything we've seen up until this point, but also like genuinely, like this looks like, again, something that you would almost see in like a horror movie or something like that. It looks very, very, very uneasy. And on top of that,
those are all mutants.
based on the fact that it looks like all the characters here have the same kind of like collar on their necks that we saw Leech had on. And the other mutants in the other trailers have on. I assume that once again, these are all bodies of mutants that someone has killed. Naturally, it seems like it would probably be Trask that has done this, but it just looks absolutely horrific. And this could certainly be one of those scenes that kind of sets off Wolverine, where we see him like with the tears and crying and having like this very visceral emotional response. I mean, seeing something like this would certainly naturally set him off. We then get a shot of this man right here, which honestly could be a few different characters. I suppose based on the line being spoken, humans and mutants can't survive together. And then it cuts to this. This could be Trask, possibly. Additionally to that, I could see this maybe being Nathaniel Essex with the shaved beard, or maybe like a flash forward or a flash.
Yeah. I've heard people say this might be Hulk. But we are gonna get a Hulk fight. I think that this Doctor has to be some sort of Hulk.
Flashback scene.
You know, obviously in my video, you know who I think this could be.
Or something along those lines. So could be that, could be Walter as well, calling back to, of course, the Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic. We then get this explosive action sequence where it looks like Logan and Jean Grey are working together to rescue some mutants from a Trask facility. And by the way, the group of mutants that they're protecting here, once again, we can see a Leech is one of the characters that they're rescuing here. And you can even see Toad in the background as well. So very
I'm seeing
cool
Caliban right
seeing
there.
Some more well-known mutants appear here as well. We then get a beautiful shot of a conversation, it looks like, between Jean Grey and Logan, where she says, "I've tried to keep them safe for so long," probably referring to the mutants, I would assume here. And just a really, again, visually really beautiful shot here of the characters. I genuinely feel like this trailer is the best.
Yeah, she's trying to protect the Morlocks, so she brought the Morlock straight over. I'm assuming that she needs Logan's help. Well, at least that's what the premise is right now, or at least like what the name of the game is. But like,
as far as like the visuals,
I guess she brought the Morlocks over to
the
same house that
again,
Logan
that was
is
a
in.
CGI trailer, whereas like this is,
Or at least
from
the same
game
place where
itself,
Logan and
it looks
and
absolutely brilliant.
Essex
Like,
are
this
in.
shot right here just looks wonderful. We then get a really cool action sequence here featuring Wolverine, Sabretooth, and even Mystique. I love the fact that we actually get to see her like transform as she does this kind of like roll over this pillar here. She goes from what looks like a Reaver soldier, where I assume she was like pretending to be a Trask soldier. And as she rolls over the actual barrel here, she transforms into Mystique proper, as we know for this particular game. I will also point out an interesting detail that I spotted in this one sequence is that Logan is wearing just his Battle Reborn attire, whereas both Sabretooth and Mystique are wearing their Team X attires. That's interesting in terms of the context here. Like, does this scene take place when Logan is not part of Team X, while Sabretooth and Mystique are? So just something that I wanted to go ahead and point out.
That's what it's looking like.
Pointing things out, another thing that you might have completely missed, which is incredibly exciting, in this shot when we see both Sabretooth and Logan looking up at the Trask VTOL that is kind of hovering above them and is about to probably strike down, if you look in the background, you can actually see a very interesting building.
Fisk.
That building says Fisk. Yes, as in that Wilson Fisk, which is super freaking cool. That means that Fisk has an actual presence in, I assume that they're currently in Madripoor during this particular segment.
Yeah.
Wherever they might be, it's pretty freaking cool.
Wait,
that we
they're in
have this
Hightown, it
connection
looks like.
to, of course, Insomniac Games' other Marvel universe or other Marvel character.
This has to be Hightown, because, like, this looks like a Trask base they broke into, and you have a Trask VTOL up there. This is 100% in Hightown. This is 100% in Hightown. I hope we eventually do see the Hulk in this game, and that becomes a boss fight in the game. I think we are going to get Blue Hulk, because the Doctor that we see... Well, we're actually going to go back a little bit. Because, like, I think the Dang, I made a video on this yesterday, too. I think that the Doctor that we see is a version of a Hulk, but it's going to be Blue Hulk.
In Spider-Man, where Wilson Fisk has seemingly set up shop in this town as well. Then we get an absolutely brilliant shot of Logan spitting some blood and looking like he's ready to go ahead and throw down. Again, if you look at the visuals here, just absolutely brilliant, from like the details on the actual hair to the blood to just the ability to like capture that sort of like anger in his eyes
mask off,
and
dude.
kind of like snarl, and just the way that he looks at Sabretooth, who, by the way, is this time not wearing the Team X attire. And interestingly enough, we do hear Sabretooth during this segment right here say, "I thought you were back." So obviously it seems like they're going to have some sort of a falling out, which is something I predicted before. Naturally, at some point in time, I fully see Sabretooth and Wolverine battling, because after all, most of the time, Sabretooth is a Wolverine rogue and a villain that has caused a ton of problems for Logan in his very, very long history in the comics and movies and animated shows and so on and so forth. So I just love the fact, though, that we see a traditional Sabretooth costume here, where he's rocking kind of the orange and black look, and he's even got the faux kind of not leather, fur, I guess, around the collar. Just a really cool design. Like, as cool as he looks in the Team X attire, this looks probably
better.
My favorite reveal for Sabretooth so far. And it looks like the two of them are just about to throw down. And speaking of throwing down, the next shot we can see once again Sabretooth, this time rocking kind of Wolverine's look with the white tank top. And it looks like he's got Wolverine hunched over as he's kind of like screaming at him. So obviously some animosity and conflict between the two brothers there.
Yep.
Again, I just love that the story trailer already plants those seeds that we will most likely see these two kind of go head on. And
this has to be, I'm gonna take, like, this has to be later on, because like the way that Sabretooth is looking here, because like they did say that Sabretooth is upset that Wolverine is back, but he's not actually back.
Battle it out at
Or he thought that Wolverine was actually back on Team X. And he actually thought that these two are back, because like in the trailer that we see them just flat out just going to work on one Trask soldier. It's very clear that they were like a really good team, or at least these two. So it's like there's gonna be like some back and forth there.
Point. So very, very cool to see that. Speaking of cool, we get an amazing shot of the Sentinel and kind of like the arm. I just love the detail where it looks like his hand is kind of like morphing into this cannon form as it's about to go ahead and blast Wolverine, and he just barely manages to go ahead and dodge the laser blast itself. Next, we get a really cool shot of what looks like the man that Wolverine was rescuing earlier in the trailer, side by side with him, staring down what looks like an entire army of Trask soldiers and Reavers ready to go ahead and take them down. Now, a couple of details that I would love to point out here. Number one, Logan is wearing a completely different costume here than he did in the rescue sequence. So in the rescue sequence, he was wearing the Battle Reborn costume, and here he's wearing the Team X attire. So I wonder the, I guess, like placement of events here. Like, does this scene take place before the rescue, after the rescue? Also, the character behind him, clearly you can see the bloodied shirt, the beard, the longer hair. All of those details are definitely the same. Additionally to that, also, I have to say, definitely looks a lot
He's
like
Troy
Troy
Baker.
because if you zoom in on the actual face and everything, it certainly resembles him. So
Yeah.
that is something to go ahead and keep on the lookout for, I suppose. We then get this really wholesome shot here of Logan and Leech looking out to what I assume are probably somewhere the Canadian mountains and the Canadian wilderness out and about here, as they are in some sort of a, maybe like a giant cabin or something like that. It definitely looks like an interesting location, but it just looks like one of those scenes that is going to be really, really wholesome. Like maybe Logan telling Leech like, hey, you're going to be safe now, or just something like that. Like, you know, it just seems like one of those kind of wholesome moments in the game. So really looking forward to seeing this one play out. We then get a shot of Logan looking at another character, and the dialogue
He's talking
that is delivered during this
to
point
Essex
says,
again, I think.
that is why you belong here. And it's
Wait,
very
hold up.
hard
I just
to
thought
make
about
out
this for a
who
second.
the
Wait.
character is.
His skin is way more pale here. I know you guys can't tell, but like his skin, like the back of this is way more pale now than how he looked like in the story trailer. Because like here he looks perfectly fine. This shot, his skin looks like it's a little bit more palish.
That's speaking to him here. All I could kind of point out here is that it looks like they're wearing some sort of like maybe a trench coat or like a business jacket or something like that, because you can see kind of like the white shirt
Looks more like
color,
a suit.
and then maybe like long hair and a little bit of facial hair. So I suppose this could be Nathaniel that's speaking to Logan here. Just
Yeah.
on the basis of, again, in the Marvel's Wolverine prequel comic, we learned that Nathaniel Essex is the person that is going to assemble Team X. We can see Logan here is being told that he belongs here. So naturally, we know that at some point Logan will be part of Team X. So I feel like it's not the craziest idea here to assume that this is probably Nathaniel trying to convince Logan to join Team X. Then we get an absolutely brilliant shot of Logan on a motorcycle. By the way, a different motorcycle than the one we've seen in the original reveal trailers, jumping through what looks like this giant glass panel and doors, and he just drives on down. This seems to be taking place all in Tokyo, and it is an absolutely brilliant action sequence. Like, I just love the fact that this basically confirms that we will have multiple motorcycle chase sequences, because at this point we've seen at least two.
We've seen at least
I
like
would
a
argue
couple.
maybe even three, just because I think they used some clever editing in the extended gameplay trailer. But at least two we have certainly seen, so I think that's really cool. So hopefully this will be a really fun segment of the game, and hopefully we actually get to like control Logan on the motorcycle through this. And the only reason why I'm saying that it feels like
and
we
we got
probably
some
will
stuff from
is
Jason.
because
I'm
in this
hyped.
very scene itself, it seems like he goes ahead and actually
But wait,
battles against a hand ninja, where he's kind of like grabbing them off of a motorcycle and then driving them down into the ground. And again, obviously the sequence itself looks kind of cinematic, but I feel like this might be a hint that we will have some actual like vehicle combat. We then get a really cool shot of Lady Deathstrike, whom we learned about, of course.
Hold up, wait. It seems like we are gonna have vehicle combat, because there's no way. Like, there's no way that shot would be like that. Hold on.
But I feel like this might be a hint that
Yeah, it looks like we're gonna have vehicle combat. Like, if we are gonna have that, like, there would that would make more sense that we're gonna be able to go around and kill hand ninjas while we're riding on bikes.
we will have some actual like vehicle combat. We then get a really cool shot of Lady Deathstrike, whom we learned about, of course, being in this game in the last trailer, the CGI trailer. But I do really like that we get to see her here as well, just in the sense that this is her actual like in-game character model and what she will look like. So I think they did a pretty wonderful job to go ahead and capture that kind of like classic attire that she wears, while also giving her obviously the terrifying claw hands and everything. So really cool shot there. This next section is absolutely bananas, one that has some massive implications for the story of the game. So first and foremost, we have this demon-possessed hand soldier that seems to be possessed by an Ogon mask, which we've seen, of course, before in the extended gameplay trailer. So they've teased that the Ogon mask and that whole possession sort of thing is going to be implemented in some capacity in this game. Well, here we can outright see a hand soldier being possessed by it. I also will explain further in the trailer why I do think that this is just a class enemy type that will battle and not outright Ogon, unless if maybe they'll just call this the character of Ogon.
I don't know. It
but
does look like it
it'll
is
be a character
Ogun.
that'll repeat multiple times because. To me, it just looks like a hand soldier that is basically like possessed by this demon mask thing. It's also really nasty looking because you can look at the actual like character design and it looks like it's kind of like a decomposing torso and everything. It looks really, really gross. So I almost wonder if this Ogon mask is going to bring dead hand soldiers to life. The other reason why I do think that this is a hand soldier is due to the fact that this is taking place inside of a hand building. So you'll notice in the background, the banner there once again has the hand logo. So that detail has been consistently present. Another thing as far as the hand is concerned that I would love to draw your attention to is actually the characters behind Logan in the scene when he's getting grabbed by this monster and thrown across the room.
It's Jean and Deathstrike.
Because in the background, we do see on the far left side, Lady Deathstrike. Now, if we watch the CGI trailer, and if you watch my breakdown for that, it definitely seems like it implied that the hand would be either operated or maybe just Lady Deathstrike would serve as like a general in the hand army or something like that, where basically she will be working alongside the hand soldiers. But in this shot, interestingly enough, it looks like she was on stage with Logan and Jean Grey as well, by the way, along with another very suspicious item, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But it's interesting just in the sense that were they actually surprised and attacked by this demon monster, all three of them?
See, that begs the question. See, look, that's the question right there, because it seems like if we're going to be fighting Ogun, that actually has me thinking right now, because like if we're going to be fighting Ogun, then like we have Lady Deathstrike there. I'm curious on what this chest is, because like I know it's like the chest A, but like who's in here?
Trailer, and if you watch my
I don't want to
breakdown
say it's
for that,
Elektra, but like
definitely seems like it implied
it low-key might be Elektra might show up in this game. I'm not sure if this is a reference to Elektra getting revived or if it's, you know,
that the hand would be either operated or maybe just Lady Deathstrike would serve as like a general in the hand army or something like that, where basically she will be working alongside the hand soldiers. But in this shot, interestingly enough, it looks like she was on stage with Logan and Jean Grey as well, by the way, along with another very suspicious item, which we'll talk about in just a moment.
Oh, yeah.
But it's interesting just in the sense that were they actually surprised and attacked by this demon monster, all three of them? Is Lady Deathstrike going to experience kind of like a transition from a outright villain to maybe an anti-hero or maybe even an outright hero by the end of the game? So just something to think about there. Also, Jean Grey in this segment does seem like she's actually wearing an eye mask as well, which is super cool because I feel like that's even more of an accurate kind of homage to her original costume with the green dress and the yellow kind of eye mask thing. So
I know my favorite part about this.
That makes the cut because I think that would be a really fun way to homage her classic costume, but obviously modernize it.
Y'all are gonna find out
this game, and
like y'all are gonna find out why
about
this is
the elephant
hands
in
down
the
like
room,
one of my
or
favorite Easter
more
eggs.
so the big
Even though I already
giant
told you guys
coffin
already.
in the center of the room, because that certainly looks pretty dang intriguing.
Yep.
Now, as to what that thing actually is, it could be a slew of different things just because there are multiple casket-like objects across the history of Marvel. So I'm not 100% certain as to what it is. It definitely seems like it has a sculpture of some character on the front of it. So that is intriguing. I guess you could also maybe make the case that it almost looks like a sword as well. So maybe it is something that there's a hidden weapon inside. It could be that there's someone inside of it.
Yeah.
This in some way, shape, or form implies that we will get the Apocalypse casket.
There might be someone inside. Wait, hold up. Did he just say Apocalypse?
Weapon inside. It could be that there's someone inside of it. If this in some way, shape, or form implies that we will get the Apocalypse casket, holy moly, the ramifications of that would be so freaking massive, because as much as like I love the fact that they teased Apocalypse in the was it the extended gameplay trailer when we got that little spray paint of Apocalypse, which was really fun, but like that seemed like a really fun just like Easter egg. If this implies that we will get any form of Apocalypse appearing in this game, that would be absolutely bananas. Like that would take the stakes of this entire story to 100. So We shall see if that happens.
Nah, Apocalypse
This
would be way too big for
sequence
this
right
game.
here is certainly massive. Then we get a shot of Logan battling against a hand ninja. And this is an interesting area because it looks very similar to the same environment, kind of like some sort of like a traditional Japanese architecture to what we saw in the last shot. So I wonder if
Oh, was there? Hold up. It seems like.
But keep in mind, obviously, Logan is wearing a completely different attire this time. He's wearing his
Looks like all of them got
leather
revived.
jacket and jeans look. But it's also insane that we see Logan just cut off this hand ninja's arm, but then more importantly, another thing that's absolutely bananas, he's doing this entire fight while there's a katana stuck in his torso, which is just so brutal, but also freaking cool. Next, we see Logan in his incredibly freaking cool and exciting patch attire. Of course, we saw
A lot of people are, chat, a lot of people are saying that we're going to be playing as Jean Grey here. But like, that's already been confirmed that Jean Grey is not going to be playable. So this is just a moment where like we're just opening the door.
a glimpse of this suit in the extended gameplay trailer, but it's nice to see a full look at the costume here in his white tuxedo with the eye patch and all, looking very, very stylish indeed, along with also Jean Grey looking stylish, and once again her green and gold dress here. I also like that this scene here kind of teases the idea of Logan and Jean Grey getting closer together, you know, teasing the love story as well. So I think that that is very cool. Plus, we even hear Jean during this particular segment say, "Most people I see clearly, but you," and then we hear Logan scream, "Jean." But I just think the idea there is really interesting, that obviously they're already planting the seeds that there's going to be an actual love story between these two. Also, this is something that my buddy Caboose actually spotted in this particular shot of the trailer, saying that it's very interesting that it's Logan opening the door and the camera is
instead of
behind
Jean Grey,
Phoenix, implying that maybe, just maybe, this particular segment of the game will experience from the perspective of Jean Grey. Again, I personally would be surprised if she ends up being playable, but I wouldn't be surprised if we have a mission where we kind of like walk through a scene or a mission as her. I really don't expect for her to actually be playable, but it would be really cool to experience a mission from her perspective, looking at Logan and kind of like taking in the world from her eyes. We then get another startled reaction here from Wolverine. I feel like this sequence is interesting just in the sense that they did such a great job of once again capturing
okay, there it is, his eyes went.
But in addition to that, at the very beginning of this sequence, it's also interesting because the light on Wolverine's face is sort of like purplish pink, which we've seen that is going to be the power set for Jean Grey. So interesting that maybe this is kind of a flip of the beginning of the trailer where Jean Grey sees Wolverine and is kind of like scared of looking at him. Here, it almost looks like he's looking at maybe her and he's scared of her. But keep in mind, the purple energy powers have also been exemplified by the Ogon-possessed demon. Next, we get a really cool action sequence where it looks like an explosion tears a hole in the side,
or probably in the astral plane,
that the Team X is traveling in. And the only reason, by the way, why I'm saying it's Team X is because we can actually see their Team X suits hanging in the background there. So is this like a little bit of a teaser of like the Blackbird, you know, with the X-Man and everything like that? That's kind of cool. Reminds me of some of the action sequences from Uncharted as well, which would be an excellent thing, by the way.
It does look fire. It does look like that.
Something that is as cinematic as some of the sequences in Uncharted, but in this Wolverine game, that would certainly be quite exciting. But we also see Logan is trying to hold on and rest.
This is the shot right here that has me very interested, because like half of the moments think that like, keep in mind, I totally forgot that the hand wore black robes, but like this is what got me here. I think that Ogun's group is going to be in this game and they're working with the hand.
Rescue Jean Grey, and it seems like the culprits behind this particular explosion and causing this whole situation is most likely the hand, because we also get to see a shot of them what looks like ziplining away from that said airplane that they seemingly have gone ahead and attacked. So that should be a really, really cool cinematic sequence. Then we get a money shot here of Wolverine
here's my favorite part,
seemingly going toe-to-toe and is about to face off against Lady Deathstrike here. I love this shot, both for Wolverine looking very cool. I just, again, love the attention to detail here. Like, outside of just how cool the suit looks here, just the detail on the actual like body in terms of like having like specks of dust and dirt and everything like that. It just has that kind of like rugged, grimy feel that you would want from a Wolverine game. So that looks cool, but it also cuts over to a shot of Lady Deathstrike looking very cool. I think this is probably her coolest looking shot in game here.
Yep, it is.
By the way, peep her weapon of choice there. She seems to have, once again, an energy charged sword.
Energy type
there.
sword.
Once again, we've seen that purple energy serve as both the color scheme for Jean Grey, but also Ogon. So interesting thing to keep track of there. Like, is there going to be some sort of a tie-in there between, like, does Jean Grey turn evil? Does Ogon come to the good side? Like, I guess we'll see how all of that goes ahead and develops. As far as what that sword could be, kind of made me think of like the Muramasa blade from the old Wolverine comics. Could be also, I guess, maybe like Psylocke teaser here, you know, with her energy charged sword or something like that. So that's another thing that I did definitely want to go ahead and.
Yeah, you have no idea. I've heard people say this is the Muramasa blade, and like I'm starting to like actually understand why it's the Muramasa blade now, because like it seems like right here.
Tear the beast.
There could be like a context, like there could be like an idea where well no, because like if Wolverine's because like wait, hold up, it actually did damage. Like, wait, never mind, it actually did. But the only thing is though, like if it would be the Muramasa blade, then there would be we would see like a hole in the middle of like Wolverine's body at the start of the trailer. Because like now that I'm really thinking about it, it might not be. But at the same time though, it's also one of those things where like Ogun's Kursurigam right here had the same color. Because like with the Muramasa blade, Wolverine put his own soul into it. And it can go through, and it pretty much can kill him. It pretty much can kill him. But that's the only thing that like, unless for some odd reason, like I don't want to say this, but like unless they can have Muramasa type weaponry that can do that can kill Wolverine, that would make sense. Like the way that she's holding it. I don't want to say it could be the Muramasa blade unless hold on, Chad, unless I am a little bit. Because like if she's the leader of the hand in this game, the only people that have used the Muramasa before are the hand. Wolverine can use it. Okay, yeah. This could be the Muramasa blade. That's my fault. Because, like, even I was thinking that. Sorry about that, chat. Like, yeah, it could be the Muramasa blade. Yeah, this could be the Muramasa blade. Sorry, I had to go. I had to make sure it was or not. Yeah, this could be the Muramasa because, like, it's glowing like a pink reddish color. Yeah. Like I was saying though, chat. Like, if you guys don't know what the Muramasa blade is, it's basically just imagine the high frequency blade, but it pretty much just slices. But for Wolverine, it pretty much just guarantees that his self healing is just useless, or like his healing factor is just fucking useless. Just think of it as that.
Point out. Speaking of purple energy and powers, we see Jean Grey looking absolutely awesome as she's just walking forward with her telekinetic powers active. You can see her eyes are glowing, her hands are glowing with her energy, and it looks like she just literally just kind of walks like a buzzsaw and just massacres this wave of Reavers. Then we get this really incredible sequence where Omega Red literally yeets a plane engine, or what looks like a plane engine, at Logan as he tries to go ahead and dodge that. So this is probably part of the Omega Red boss fight, I would imagine. Also ties back into the plane sequence that we were talking a little bit earlier about in the trailer. So it seems like, again, as you start to kind of like piece these parts together, you kind of get a more clear picture where it looks like there will probably be a mission where Jean Grey and Logan are on this plane. They get attacked by the hand. As it comes down, that is then when we will
That's when we fight Omega Red.
have to battle against Omega Red. So you can kind of start to piece things together. Speaking of piecing things together, this is more so a case of probably pulling things apart, because we get a sequence of a team-up move between Logan and Sabretooth going on. So a little bit of brotherly love here from the two as they destroy a Trask soldier with Logan holding him up using his claws.
Well, just dumping, bro.
Tears him apart with his claws. We then get another encounter between Logan and Omega Red, which does make me pause here in the sense that I wonder if we're actually going to run into Omega Red multiple times and like battle him multiple times, because obviously the area that they're fighting against one another with the engine plane being thrown at Logan looks different than this sort of like warehouse looking thing, and this looks different compared to the previous times that we've seen Omega Red appear in the other trailers. So it could be one of those characters that maybe we'll actually battle against multiple times over the course of the game, which, considering how freaking cool he looks, I have no problem with that. We then get an incredible sequence here that I think does such a great job of communicating.
That's the only thing. It's kind of like we do not know how the Omega Red. Well, we know how it's gonna go, but it's like each trailer we've seen him with a different suit. This is what we've seen him with the first suit, and after that we've seen him with the Battle Reborn suit. This one we're seeing him with his classic Team X suit. I'm just gonna call it right now. I think 100% we're fighting him in the Team X suit.
Just how much of a force Logan is to be reckoned with in this game, because we can see him battling, from what I could tell, 3 hand ninjas, and he's got one hand ninja literally pinned with his claws that he's kind of like tackling and pushing forward. Another hand ninja is on his left trying to go ahead and slice at him and damage him, and then he's literally got another hand ninja that has his katana stuck in Logan and is holding on to the katana the way that like Miles and Peter were holding on to Rhino in the Marvel Spider-Man games. Like in the Marvel Spider-Man games, we played as Spider-Man like the character holding on to Rhino. Here, it's kind of a flip of things where we're going to control Logan, and he seems to be the actual, like, unstoppable force that is charging forwards. They do an excellent job of cutting this last scene that we just talked about into this epic scene where we see Wolverine kind of diving through the side of a building with tons of hand ninjas flying in front of him, which has to be an homage to a classic comic book panel.
It does.
Wolverine #2. Back in 1982, that kind of recreated a very similar look. So I absolutely love that they, again, went ahead and took so much inspiration in many different cinematic moments in this game from the comic books. So very cool to see that. Then we get a shot of Logan laying the smackdown on some more hand ninjas here. I love the environment here, by the way, because this was one of the things I said that so far, most of the times that when we visited Tokyo, it looked like we were going to only spend time in like Tokyo proper, like the city metropolitan area. But this right here looks a lot more like some sort of a volcano top. But we see Ogen
behind him too
of Tokyo, which is really cool because I was hoping that would be the case. Also, another important thing that I want to point out during this segment, and why I mentioned earlier when we talked about the Ogon possessed character and how I said, I don't know if that's Ogon or if it's just a character that will be a class of the hand that will battle. And the reason why I'm pointing that out is because briefly during this particular sequence in the trailer, you can once again see the character with the purple powered up weapon in the background. And it looks like that character is once again wearing that same Ogon inspired mask. So I'm guessing that that will just be a class of enemy from the hand faction that will be battling during the game. We then get an absolutely
We got his adamantium
looking
skeleton
shot
coming
of
out.
Logan as he's getting blasted by some sort of like an energy beam or something like that that is literally tearing pieces of his skin away, and we can see the exposed adamantium skeleton down below as he's trying to fight against this thing.
That's
that
what you
is
call a
attacking
damage
him.
suit.
We hear the line, "Remember who you are," being delivered during this portion of the trailer, and we once again cut to a very feral and animalistic Logan. And once again, I will point your attention and point your eyes to his eyes.
To the
because
eyes.
once again, they have that yellow sheen that we saw in the very opening of the trailer when we saw him walking towards Jean and she's kind of like terrified of him. And then when he like startles, his eyes go back to like his normal hue. So I really do think that there's something to it in terms of either he is possessed by someone, and when he's possessed, he goes into this like berserker mode, or the more realistic thing, in my opinion, is that this really is kind of almost like a split personality element to his character, which they've done in the comics before, with him having kind of like that berserker rage mode. And when he goes into that berserker rage mode, he becomes somewhat uncontrollable. And maybe
Like he did say, like that's another thing too. He did like that's another thing too. They did say that he has uncontrollable rage in this game. Like his rage is uncontrollable and it's gonna pop up randomly. This right here seems like it's a part in the trailer or in the game where his rage is going to pop up randomly. And two, it's snowing in this area, and I think that this 100% is going to be our first rage mode awakening, our first time like we're actually like going to play an enraged Wolverine that's being caged, is about to be kidnapped and captured and stuff like that.
can't even remember what happens during those sequences. And the last shot of this incredible trailer ends with Logan once again outside, it looks like, and he delivers the line, "Just can't let a man rest in peace, can ya?" And once again, he's wearing that white tank top attire, but a bit more of a, I guess, fun note to end the trailer on. Whew, that was an absolutely crazy amount of stuff to break down. I can't believe that this trailer is a minute and 50 seconds, but there was so much to learn from it. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed the breakdown. Additionally to that, I'm already going to let you guys know there's a lot of other exciting stuff that has been revealed as part of San Diego Comic-Con's panel for this particular game. Like, for example, we learned some of the voice actors who are going to be portraying some of the other characters in the game. We learned about a new suit, which is going to be fantastic. We learned about a bunch of other stuff, so I'll have another video for you guys that breaks down all the announcements from San Diego Comic-Con's panel. But I really hope that you guys enjoyed the trailer breakdown.
But yeah, Chad, like, do you think that that is the I'm 100% thinking that's the Muramasa Blade. I'm gonna be real.
Subscribe to be up to date with all the future updates, and of course, like I always say, I hope y'all have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. Peace out. See y'all later. Bye bye, everyone.
But yeah, Chad, like I think that is 100% the Muramasa Blade. Like I'm not like I 100% think it might be, because like just the way that like Lady Deathstrike is holding it, it seems like he's gonna slice right through his adamantium with that. Or slice right through him with that. I don't know why I said adamantium. Or slice through him with that. Like, I do think that it might be. I hope that it is, because I will freak out if it is the Muramasa. Because, like, there's so many people that have actually said that that is the Muramasa in Marvel's Wolverine that she's holding. Like, I'm starting to believe it. Well, I don't know about y'all, but like, I'm starting to believe it. But like, I just don't know if it is though. It would be cool if it was. At least in my opinion, I think it would be cool. Especially if you're coming off of like reading Enemy of the State, because in Enemy of the State, that's how it works. But it seems like I want to say like Gabby to answer that. Like I really do think that they might be doing Enemy of the State, but like in their own way. Like I just think that they are gonna somehow in some way reference it, but in their own way, because like they already kind of have everything already set up in a similar way. So it's like one of those things where like I could honestly see Wolverine getting jumped. Well, we already see him potentially getting jumped by hand ninjas already, so it's gonna be one of those things. But I do think though, like that's where I do think though, chat, that is where I'm gonna end the stream today. And other than that, we will be playing some, depending on how long the open beta for Tokon goes, we will be playing some Tokon tomorrow. But other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the stream. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Love you guys. Peace.